Hey you guys, Candid by Teneice here. I hope you guys could see me good and hear me good because I am getting ready to leave soon and I wanted to do a quick daytime look. I am by all means no part of the beauty squad at all, but I was like, people always commenting, especially on my hair. Look at my hair. Isn't it like my hair is giving? I'm in a season of growth right now with my hair. I hopefully you could see all of its glory, its shine. I will be giving an update in regards to my newest hair routine, which is, when I tell you, is killing the game. It's killing the game, especially for 4C hair. Whew, child. I love my hair type, but we have to talk sometimes. We do. So I'm going to get ready. I usually go for a daytime look. Again, I am not a part of the beauty squad. I'm just doing a regular everyday makeup. But I do want to highlight some products that I use. Right now I'm just putting on basic toner. The toner, I think this one I got from Ross. Let me just make sure I adjust this because this is also a test for me as well, especially for my setup. So if you see me looking to the side, it's because I am testing the equipment. And I also have a backup camera right there, just in case, because things could go wrong. And when they can go wrong, it's always good to have a plan B, C, D, E, F, G. You know what I'm talking about. I'm just using e.l.f. right now to moisturize my skin, which my skin is pretty healthy. Thankfully. There we go. So hopefully you can see. I am doing this via webcam. I don't know if that's the best way to record these things. Still figuring stuff out as usual, but I do believe that every day I get better and better, and that's all one can do, right? That's all one can hope for. Okay, I use MAC. I usually use MAC as my base whenever I'm getting myself ready, especially for a daytime look. MAC is like my go-to, to be very honest. And Fenty is when I want to be like extra. When I want to be extra, you know what I'm talking about. You want to be extra. Yeah. So today I'm just doing my everyday MAC. It's Studio Fix liquid, just to make sure that my skin is nice and even. I am going out, but it is a daytime going out, and I don't believe, me personally, don't believe in wearing heavy makeup in the first place, but especially during the daytime, because like, who has time for that? Like, who got time for that? Like, I mean, if I was going to maybe a fashion show, I would definitely go all the way out. But my all the way out is, let me hire somebody to do my makeup all the way out. I have on my headset, and there's a journey and a story behind this headset. If you follow my Amazon, you would know some of the story, but I am happy to say that even though my headset is taped up, it is still making it along, which I absolutely love. So you see my headset and you see it's all taped up, it's a good journey story, because me and headsets, we barely make it far. which is horrible since I deal a lot with electronics. I love electronics. Yeah. Right now I'm just putting on Born This Way, and it's the Eternal Light. I'm going to show it on this camera. It's usually better so that you can see. So I'll reference it back. Typically have dark under eye. It's hereditary. It is hereditary, and most likely because it's hereditary, it will get worse before it gets better. There is no really getting better, because when something is hereditary, it means that most likely it will stay. It may get worse. However, I do what I can to keep it under control as much as possible. Like, I wear my iPads and try to get sleep. I'm not really huge on sleeping. That's a whole other story for another time. You will be hearing my air conditioner because, again, this is a test. But I figure with this test, I might as well be doing something, right? I might as well be doing something. So there we go. And this one I'm using, backup, is Fenty Beauty. Fenty Beauty. I'm a huge Fenty Beauty person. I love Fenty Beauty. Ever since I was introduced to them, I'm like, oh, Rihanna know what she's doing. Tell me Rihanna know what she's doing, okay? She does know what she's doing. So, or her people that she hired know what they're doing, because I'm like, these matches are so spot on. It's not even funny. Okay, don't laugh, but I typically like to go with the foundation number 2, which is Fenty Beauty. Again, they tend to have like a higher highlight to them, so I kind of like to put it in areas where I deem are just need a little highlighting. And I blend. You notice how I'm using the same sponge, right? Again, I am not a beauty creator. Okay, I am not a beauty. So if you think you're following my channel for like beauty tips and stuff like that, it ain't gonna happen over here. Okay, it's not gonna happen over here. I'm just doing my everyday makeup that you just want to go on the street and look decent. Yeah, I'm not trying to walk around like I'm going to a fashion show every single day. I mean, it's cute. Looking at it on people, I like photographing it. But as far as everyday, day-to-day, candid days, and just I gotta wake up and let me just get ready and go to work kind of days. No one really does that. It's so unrealistic in my opinion, but I do like to capture it on the days that you are supposed to dress up, like when you're doing photo shoots, if that's appropriate. Absolutely appropriate. And I kind of like seeing people in their natural habitat, and that includes just show me your face. So again, I am not a beauty channel. Don't follow my channel if you're looking for beauty, because it ain't happening over here. Okay, it's not happening over here. Hair, I got you on the hair. Don't worry, I will tell you what I'm doing with my fully 4C hair, fully documented, going back since 19 how long, because I've been taking photos I don't know, 6, 7, and my mom was worse. Okay, so I have photos galore. Okay, photos galore. Okay, typically at this time, I like to back it up with another round of MAC, but there it is, my MAC Studio. Because as you can see, my face is fully highlighted, bright, and it's extra bright because of the camera, but the camera light. So I'm looking here in mirror, more facing the natural light, because I don't want to go outside and look like a clown. Okay, yeah. I typically like to follow up with another, like a MAC Studio, putting it here so that it's going to be hard for you guys to see it here on this side, but I'm definitely going to link them together. I do love MAC Studio. I like their more matted finish. Look at that. Oh, so nice. But my face just looks like a blank canvas now. Like, okay, finally. And I know people use a lot of different things just to get their face to neutral. I call it just like with photos. If I take a photo, I make sure that I white balance as much as possible in the environment, or I have the camera do a white balance for me, which cameras nowadays, oh my gosh, they're very good with white balancing. I remember when I first started photography in high school, and to white balance on film, and the guesstimation, and of course I'm young, and it was film. It was film. I started out on film camera, and I had to crack. I used to know how to develop the film, crack it to the darkroom, and all that good stuff. And it was so frustrating because when I first started in high school, trying to understand and get the white balancing down right with the lighting and stuff like that. When you're learning all that stuff when you first start doing something, it was like, what? I'm never going to understand this. And then with the advent of digital cameras, oh my gosh, can I tell you, digital cameras changed the game, because now you could actually see most of the times on the back end what was going on. In the beginning, it wasn't like that. In the beginning, there was still some guesstimation, but now how they make the cameras, and even like 10 years ago, 15 years ago even, how they make the cameras is like, oh my gosh, you don't have to put your whole life trying to make sure you get white balances right and make sure everything is in neutral, where you can go ahead and capture everything in raw so that you can manipulate stuff on the back end. But the thing is that, again, you have to get it right in camera first before you take it off camera to basically fix it up and do the vision that you're looking for. For me, film, it boggles my brain, but I know me. I will figure it out. Like, if I figure out how to do beautiful glam and portrait photography, I know I will figure out how to do film. It's also the editing. Editing is key. Editing photography in Photoshop, Lightroom, it is like a whole, it's a harmony. It really is a harmony, which I absolutely love. I could do it with my eyes closed. Get things to balance, just like this. Now I'm a full blank canvas. Get things to balance, and then add your flair. Like, you can't, I call it, you can't put a lipstick on a pig. Because if you think you're going to just, Fenty Beauty, again, Fenty owns my life, just like Amazon owns my life. I'm using the Coco Naughty guys can't see it here, but I'm using the Coconati, putting it in the other camera so that you guys can see. And I'm just doing highlights. Just that old cheekbone there, you know. As Cynthia Bailey would say, cheekbone the gods. She does have good cheekbones. I have to say, I would love to photo shoot her one day. Like, ooh, oh my gosh, she would be so perfect. Like, oh, I would just play with her all day with the, lighting and different shoots and different outfits and just highlighting her cheekbones, just her cheekbones. And you know who also looks really good? Marlo Hampton. Every time I see her picture, like on video, she looks one way. But when you see her show up in photos, she takes the whole group. Unless Cynthia is there, of course. Kenya is okay. And then Sheree. Actually, I'll put Sheree before Kenya as far as like photogenic. To be honest, look at that, highlighted. Yeah, and this is I'm not even going overboard. Yeah, so I did that. Now I am going to enter in blush, Fenty, of course. And again, I'll just put it somewhere. But even in this highlight, which I have to play with the editing to make sure that everything looks balanced. I could do it with the still photo, but so help me God, I have to figure out how to. And the thing is that, you know what? I love Adobe because obviously I use it for Lightroom and Photoshop, but I can't justify spending on Premiere, but I know Premiere is the way to go, because if Premiere gives me the ability to play around with balancing the colors, like how I'm able to do with Photoshop and Lightroom, obviously I need to be looking at that route, but they're expensive. Right now I'm just using more free products. I'm using free products and trying to learn how to do it there, while in the background I'm, watching videos on Premiere, just, familiarizing myself. So when I do feel like I'm a big money baller, someday, I'll be able to jump right into it and know exactly what's going on. For the most part, know where all the buttons are and all that stuff. But for now, I am sorry, you're getting the freebie version of what I really need to do, because this right here, content creating, it's fun for me, more of like another creative outlet, more so than anything else, because I got photography. That is my true passion, my true outlet, my true all that good stuff. But I must say, content creating does provide a different layer of, hey, I get to leave this to the world when I am no longer here, just like with photos. And that's why I said photos are important for me. Photos are very important for families, because remember back in the days when you used to go to your family's house and see like photos on the wall of, this is auntie such and such, this is great such and such from way back when. They used to dress up and take photos to commemorate what was happening in their lives at the time, and capture people while they're alive and well and looking their best, their Sunday best. And it's valuable. I do feel like in the digital age that we are in, we cheapen the value of having tangible albums and tangible things that we could pass down for generation to generation, because let's face it, it only takes one good solar flare and we lose everything, power, all of that stuff. And you can't take the software with you. And if something happens to corrupt wherever you're storing your photos, because let's face it, corruption happens. If something happened to corrupt your photos, what are you going to pass on? So I always encourage people at least once every 5 years, no more, just take an updated photo of you and your family. It's better to do it every year, of course, especially around holiday seasons. I love holiday, but milestones are great. Hey, I'm turning 18. Let's do a photo shoot with the family, or turning 50, or milestones are great as well. Or this is our anniversary, born of a child. Yes, all of those are great. But it's also good to fill your home with memories and fill your photo albums too. So that way, when you look back and you're showing your great grandkids, we're going to be dead by then, obviously, but your family who are alive, they'll be able to say, hey, this was great grand, da da da. They're like, oh, she looks good. So, they can see you at your best. This is just a palette of I rarely bust this out. But again, I'm going somewhere, so I'm just gonna keep it light, keep When it comes to my eye, I used to like doing eye makeup. Like, I used to love it, but honestly, it takes a lot of patience, which I no longer have because I'm doing like 50 other million things. Sometimes I use my finger, don't judge me, to put on my eye makeup, eyeshadow. I keep it simple and I keep it pushing. Keep it simple, keep it pushing. All right, so I'm just gonna go in and do here we go. Most likely you're going to hear a lot of noise in the background, which is fine, because again, this is just a test setup. But yeah, there it is. Easy breezy, lemon squeezy. I do like to add liner. This is where I'm like, no, I never skip my liner, ever. Like, I could not do anything else but liner. To me, makes my eye pop, because I don't have long lashes. I know I could buy them. I know I could put them on myself or have them put on every month. But I don't see the necessity unless it's like, again, for a photo shoot. Because I don't know about you, but for me, wearing lashes, it feels heavy on my face, and I tend to break out. Even with mascara, sometimes I have to make sure I can't just wear any mascara, unfortunately. I don't know what happens in my eyes, but then it's like I get a whole breakout and it's just not cute. It's not cute. So I just kind of moved away from it. Fenty again. Fenty mascara. I really like the Fenty mascara. First, I thought I was allergic to it, but then it turned out to be my eyeliner because I had bought a new eyeliner at the same time. So happy I was able to find out it wasn't my Fenty, because when I tell you this thing makes me look like I have lashes, child. Okay, I have the brush. And this is why I like to keep it simple, because it's boom, boom, one and done. Boom, 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 one and done. All right, my lip liner. And this I had referenced in Amazon. Okay. I see people do like the under lip thing, and I'm like, I don't know. I kind of like to follow the line. Oh, with me, this is a MAC, another MAC, but all I do is just I dab, because I'm more of a lip gloss kind of girl. Yeah, I'm a lip gloss kind of girl. And a little matte. Oh, I have 5 minutes. See how quick? Do that. And last but not least, my Fenty matte finish, which I will show. So I just add this on top. Just to, you could do a spray or whatever. I just like Fenty. They have like I call it like a hue to it that like illuminates. I love it. All right, so that's it. That is my look. Then I'm gonna take this off. Ooh. Kind of like to use whatever is left on my sponge and brush up into the hairline, because yeah, we see pictures with people with their hairline and it's like you need it to blend your thing, honey. And that's it. All right, and again, I will tell you guys my new hair routine. Look at my hair, it's popping, it's shining and it's popping, right? Yep. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna put like a little headband here, and that's it. Well, thank you guys for watching. Candid by Teneice out. Bye.